Hi there folks, this is just a test video from the studios of Cara Web Radio. It's where we produce Aussie Dave live on Sundays. This video is mainly for Corey because he asked me about this device here, which is the Korg, Korg Nano Controller 2. So I thought we'll do a quick test of our video setup and also show Corey a bit of this. So over here pointing out, this is Play It Live, which plays all our promos, our jingles and all that stuff. This is our broadcast computer. It controls what goes out to air, and you can see it up here on a Mixxx screen, pointing at the wrong screen. It's got a Mixxx screen anyway, which you can see up here. I'll show you in a sec. So the Korg Nano is a USB controller. It controls the computer, which controls the USB audio interface and all that. I'll explain more as we go along. Let's quickly change scenes. This one, Dave, so we can do. So there is, you'll see in the top left, is the screen capture of the broadcast computer. Over here, I'll just adjust it because the camera's moved. Over that corner, you see that? That is a webcam looking at, doesn't want to really cooperate, looking at an overview of the Nano controller set. This is live, I'm just not going to edit this. Okay, so you can see it. So what happens is there's a bit of delay because of the screen capture software, but when I move any of the faders on the controller, you'll see that it actually runs the interface. So this is set up to mimic, Corey, roughly how I use things now. Knobs, so this is Skype over here. Skype is permanently on Q, so it comes through the Q. Sorry, I normally run with the Q split on. Q split allows the Q stuff to be in the left ear of the headphones. The live broadcast is in the right ear. So you can mimic what's going on. So I often run with the mics always on cue, so I can hear in the left ear what's going to air. And because in the live, there's no mics in the live broadcast, so we don't get echo through the studio speakers and that. So when the mics go live, they're not live now. You don't actually hear that in the broadcast room because we monitor on the studio monitors. Anyways, that's complicated. Anyway, we'll go through it. Okay, so the controller is set up to mimic this screen here, and it's moved again. Let's bring that back so we can see it. Okay, so my mic is on broadcast. It is on cue. It's the auto duck is the bottom button, mate. And as you see, if I turn the auto duck off, conversely, it turns it off on the screen. There's a bit of delay in the screen capture software, unfortunately. Right. So I bring the mic up. You'll see that the I'm not using a studio mic, I'm using my headset, but you can see the studio mic, a little bit of thing. This is this mic that I'm using here. If I pull it up, you'll now see the mic fader jumping up and down because the mic is live. My broadcast meters also jump up and down because the mic is hot. If I go into, take that off, bring it up, you'll see the Q system still works over on this channel, pointing at it. You'll see the mic too, that the screen is giving me a volume level. It's not going up because the broadcast meters aren't working. The auto duck is linked to all channels. So this auto duck down here doesn't do anything, but this one here turns the auto duck on and off for all channels. Okay, so if I put the mics on, they're now broadcasting, they're live. If I pull this down, you'll see that because the fader is down, there's no indication. Go into Q, faders are jumping up and down. I can hear through the headphone, mics aren't going to air until I put them to air. Okay, our two Play It Live system, we'll have a quick look at that. Play It Live system out of these two channels. Now, auxiliary channels also have the gain control, as you can see moving my hand. So they have a gain and a fader. So under that's a broadcasting to explain. We have live and Q, so I can put them into Q mode. I can put the carts on air. Once again, if I take them off and put them in Q mode, fire off a cart, it's firing up. I can hear it through the headphones. Can't hear it on air. Till I put it to air, fire the promo.
My dad says his number one fan is Margaret, but then again, all the appliances in the house have names. And
once again, down here. Now that works also for my two MP3 decks, mate. I've got the two here. Once again, we have a live and Q. Now we also, down the bottom, I've assigned the start button. So I can start and fade live from the deck, the MP3 players. Once again, grab the right fader, Dave. Fade up and down, take them off live, put it into Q mode. All that from here. And I can stop it, or remotely. That one back to air. Same thing happens with all the other decks. Now we've got the Skype, and this one is a spare channel with whatever I want to assign to whack in. This is where Skype comes in. Skype is in queue mode. Hang on. I should have fired up Skype. Anyway, Skype comes in. Skype is in queue mode, so that's on there. If the mics are in queue and Skype is on queue, all meat goes to air from the mics without me having to put the mics on air so you can queue up stuff. So that's quickly. The other thing is, over here, I've assigned this button over here as the auto start button. So what it does is if I push the auto start button, it'll fire the next track off in the auto system. So when I fire that, it fires the next auto, it'll fire that track, and when that track finishes, it will stop playing.
Remember the days of the old schoolyard? We used to laugh a lot.
Now I'm going to manually kill that because I don't want to talk over the top of Cat Stevens. One thing extra over here is the duck strength. This knob here I have assigned to duck strength. So we can pull the duck up and down. We have over here, we have the broadcast controls as per normal that I can do my broadcast on, off, MV or go into auto. One extra thing is this is a spare knob. I've actually assigned this to the crossfader if you really need the crossfader between the two MP3 players. Okay, last thing to show you is Play It Live. It has its own controller. I'm just going to swing this across. This uses a Elgato Stream Deck. The colours are washing out the camera. So it controls all our Play It Live functions. So I can scroll through. Hang on, let's change to screen so you can see what I'm doing. So there is the echo screen of Play It Live. I am scrolling through all our promos, our PSAs. Look, so I can go through stuff from the Elgato, which is one we use all the time. Hang on, let's go back to this one. Lucky Phil. If I want to put Lucky Phil to air, he's on here, on blue.
This is Lucky Phil.
As you see on the desk, Lucky
Usually
Phil's going
pulls
to air.
1 or 2 at the races. He's won a couple of 4th divisions in tats. And he's just won the raffle at the pub. Now Lucky Phil's numbers come up again. He's one of the thousands of motorists pulled over each month by police for a random breath test.
Excuse me, driver.
If you're over .05, Phil, this time you're out of luck.
So I can scroll through whichever one I want as you see the screen updating. This is all the stuff that is normal regular segments and stuff we put on here. Now what I can also do is I can run this out like a traditional kart player. I can load up stuff. Here it's a touch screen. So I can just drop and drag promos which give me my 4 kart players.
Victorious.
Aussie Dave, we've had a great answer from Anita, but Anita, unfortunately, you're...
Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
So the winner today would have to be Colin.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's a quick look at the studio and how it runs, and I shall, hopefully, Corey, if you've got any questions, give me a yell.